Morning from a nippy but sunny Essex, somewhere in Essex. Right, what I'm doing today is we're doing some repair work on this old flint wall. And trust me, it is old. The house, which you'd never think, there's probably not much left of the original. The original house was built in 1680, and this wall, and there's one over the other side of the boundary. So yeah, quite possibly this built in 1680. A bit uppity down, you know. But it's bent. It's, you know, it's had work done on it before. Unfortunately, sand and cement's been put in. We're not going to rake it out. I don't think it's a good idea to rake it out. Only the loose bits. It's not really doing much damage. Bricks are solid. You know, there's a couple, but you know, you expect that. Some of that's just bad firing of the bricks. You know, you can't blame everything on sand and cement. It doesn't help things, but look, you know, if you look here, there's deterioration there. There's no sand and cement there. As it's, you know, may have popped off. But right, so what am I doing? What happened here? There's a big crack in the middle of it because of that tree. So we're rebuilding. There's a pier going here, and then just flint infill. What I've done, you can just about see there, we've put 3 concrete lintels in there to build on top, get us over that route. Right, cleaning these saddles up. Here's the flint, what came out. It's only, you know, it's only a rough course flint, nothing special. Right, I've done the old mortar trick with the mortar analysis, just to show you. So this is the original there. So you can see there's a big, it's not that gritty, it's quite fine for mortar this old. It's gritty to about there, so it's 2/3 and a third of fine stuff. You can see the fine stuff there, and that's just the residue lime mortar. Now this is what we're using. We've got a fine sharp sand and a building sand, and it's not that much difference really. There's a little bit more aggregate in that, but we're not going to get much better in that. And this is a 3-on-1. This is 2 sharp and 1 building sand. So you know, it's nearly 2/3 and a third, 2/3 and a third. We've pretty much got the right sort of mixture there, I think. So we're going to stick with that. It's easy enough, 3-on-1. People can't forget it, can they? Right, so I'll get this up to course and get that pier up and see how we go. Right, what we've done, what haven't I explained? These bricks, they're brand new, reclaimed Imperials, and yeah, they're all right, aren't they, really? Do the job. That's the pier, that's how it was, apart from I fucked that bit up there. That should have been 2 headers here, but I'll cut a joint in there tomorrow, not thinking. Just done a rough, rustic sort of flush joint on it. I don't know how it's going to dry out. We're going to use a bit of soft and 2 sharp and 2 soft for the flint, but I think I'm just going to use sharp because it's not that gritty, that sharp, and it's a fucking pain in its sands. Yeah, they really are. Right. This was a solid flint wall, solid all the way through, which is not the easiest thing to do, believe me. You know, you get a bit to start spreading. So I've got enough room. I thought I'd put this spine wall through it, and we'd build either side, hang a bit of mesh out and build either side. So that's what we're doing. The levels, obviously nothing's level, it's all running out. So I'll pull the line from up there till it touched there, struck it there, that's the top, and then just measured down, and it's just all out of level, but it's straight, if you get what I mean. You probably can't see it now, but you know, we're all in line, and that's what we want. Right, tomorrow gonna finish that, and then a bit of flint work, but fucking Monday, innit? Monday club. Okay, well, I've got this bit up. We've got photos of what was there, and that's how it was. It's funny what they've done here. I mean, you've got a couple of medium-sized courses there, then there's a, you know, a third of the way up it's all small, and then big. Here small, and it's sort of coursed a little bit. and everything. The other side is even different. You can see it. Oh, you can see it there. Let's go around. It's easier to explain. So it is quite rubbly. What I've done, man, I'll go back to it in a minute. It's my joints look big, but I mean these are massive here as well. Big joints in between, but where it's weathered in, it don't notice. And I've kept them as tight as possible, but I'm no expert with Flint, I must admit. But you know, these look tight, but they're not. You know, they're quite big beds there. So I think because mine's new, it looks more like that. I don't know. And then here, this back bit, all I've got is this. It's all really small, so you know I can't do much at a time because it starts sinking. But that's what was here. As you can see, you know, it's all small stuff there. They're more pebbles. It's all a mismatch. It really is. It's like these copings. Got these half rounds here, which are newer than these ones here. These would be the original, wouldn't they? I mean, look at them. So, God knows what's gone on here. That's an old wall, been repaired so many times, I suppose, isn't it? Right, got a bit more muck up. Morning, right, back here. Right, the importance of taking photographs when you're doing renovation work. I realised there was a problem with this wall a couple of days ago, but I couldn't quite fathom it out, what was wrong. So I just kept going and I've worked it out now, and it's not a problem, thank God. But let me explain what I did. Let's get this bucket out of the way. But if you remember, I sort of pulled a line from the top here somewhere along there, so we get, you know, a nice flat wall, and that was my mark there. That's the top, and then I gauged down. I built it, and then when we get to the top, I've got 10 courses there and 11 courses there. So the first thing I thought is that the lintel's gone in the wrong height, which would have been a massive problem, because that would have been a pull down and start again. But I said to the client before we pulled the wall down, I said, make sure you take photos. We need photos of it. Obviously, had I been here, the old wall, I would have just marked the top of the wall over to this post, and that would have given me the top of the wall, the height. So I checked the photos, and the lintel's in at the right height. I've got 2 courses there, and that's what was there existing. So I'm thinking, you know, what's going on here? Something's not right. So when I looked at the photos again, from here, it was slightly opened up, and there was a bit of a hump in it, and it started to go down a little bit. It's hard to notice, but it's there. And then obviously I'll show you the photos in a second. Right here, there's the crack. So in actual fact, the top of this wall wasn't there, it was here, 3 inches below. So let me just show you. You know what I'm talking about. Right, here we are. Right. I don't know how well you can see this, but just there you can see it goes along, then starts going down a bit, and then you got the crack there, what was there. There's the 2 courses what we got, but here's the giveaway. There's the post, 3 inches higher than my mark what's flat. So there's not a problem, because there's 2 solutions, and I've put it to the client builder. He's a carpenter builder, he knows what's going on. We either bring this down 3 inches this end up to nothing, which is not a, you know, it's a 20-minute job to sort that out, or we leave it as it is and what's going to look best. We've both decided that we're going to keep it as it is, and keep this running pretty much flat as we can. The panel obviously is going to be slightly out of square, but because of the fall on the driveway, we don't think it's going to notice. In fact, we think it's probably going to blend in better, and I tend to agree with that, to be honest. But yeah, but taking photos, it's really important, you know, if you're doing chimneys or anything like that. Plenty of photos you can always delete when you don't want them, can't you? But yeah, that's what can happen. Okay. Get these on. Full beds. Not beds, full perps. Oh, this wind, Essex. How people live here. I mean, look at it over there. All these fields, it's just it's wind all the time. Can't stand it. Yeah. Oh, come on. Messed that one up. Oh, winter's on the way now, isn't it? Dark and horrible. We had a frost here. When did we have a frost here? Tuesday morning, yeah. Tuesday morning we had a frost here. Not a big one, it was on the cars, but that was a shock. Didn't need it either. We're using lime mortar here, obviously, and but it was all covered up. Obviously we're not checking for level, we're just checking for flatiness. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Remember that old trowel I picked up at the car boat a few weeks ago, covered in muck? That's it. So it got some use again, didn't it? joint these up just with a Marshalltown jointer, not the flush finish, because you know it's going to take a bit of weather in that. It's better, you can compact it more with the Marshalltown jointer, and compresses it more, give it a bit of polish, it gives it much better weathering, even though it's lime. I think of patching this in, this log. Starting to have enough of it now. It'll be 70 in January. That might be my hopping pot. January. I've got to be honest with you. As much as I love doing work like this, I'm losing the, I don't know, I'm just losing it, losing the will to do it, which is a shame. I just find it physically too hard, to be honest. This arthritis and just aches and pains, it becomes boring. I have to get up about 2 hours before I go to work. Takes me out, put my fucking clothes on. Half hour of that is getting me socks on. You know, we'll see. We will see. Oh, it's another day done. Right, this is all done. Well, I think it's all right. I think that's come out all right. Nice straight bit there, and that bit where it follows the driveway. I think it all looks good. I think we got away with that. These things are the nuts. I got fed up with them pumps when you're pointing, pressing things and all that. I think it's about 120 quid, but it's brilliant. Really good bit of kit just for keeping everything misted when you're pointing and that. Let's just pop round the other side. We've got a few repair works to do here, a few bricks to replace, a bit of repointing there and there. Whatever's loose is going around. Left that in for a minute, that's going to have to come out though. A few bits here, so we're done. See, these now different coping. Proper older, like a hobbit wall, isn't it? There. A few repairs there. This is this side. This is, I think that I'm more happy with this side. I think it's come out better with all the small stones. What do you think? I like it. Yeah, a little fillet going there. So that's that for this video. Wet Hessian, going over it, and oh dear, Friday tomorrow, isn't it? Fuck for that. Right, have a nice weekend. See you soon.